Welcome back everyone, and today I will be doing a short review of some items that I received from custom artist online shops. I've kind of been hoarding some of this stuff, so I just want to go ahead and review it and kind of show y'all what I got, because I do really like everything that I received. I also do apologize if the settings on my camera are a little different. My brother went on vacation and I let him use my G7X camera, so I'm using the original DSLR that I actually started filming on my channel with. So the first thing I would like to show y'all is a pin that I received from a Kickstarter. I only ordered one. It was called Heaven and Hell 2. And they sent this card with it. I had the pin backing as well, but I unfortunately, I guess lost it. I was trying to make sure I kept all this stuff to show y'all, but I can't find it right now, and I'm not gonna go look for it. So these were all the artists responsible for the pins for that Kickstarter, and Crimson Chain specifically designed the pin that I got, which was called Eat Your Heart Out. So I currently have it displayed on this pin board that I made. I found this really cool frame at the thrift store, spray painted it black, then added a little cork board piece in the back, covered it in velvet, and then put the back on there because this is metal, so I think it would be hard to add a hook to it. So this is more of just something to put on the table or display on the table. But yeah, I love this pin. It's really cool. I love how it has the little dangly feature, and the art is really cool, very anime. But also, this is just a very handsome boy, which I appreciate. And yeah, so that's that. The next package I do have, and I currently have a couple other Kickstarters that I backed that I'm waiting on as well, but I don't want to wait for those. So I got another set of pins from the Angelic Coffin. I did one other video on my channel for this shop, so y'all can go check that out. They have they feature a lot of merchandise related to like the Bible and stuff. So here is their card. So it's a little risque, and they have an online webcomic that you can check out. Here's one of these stickers that I purchased. It's a little cherub with a hole in its head. I believe this is my invoice. Yeah, and it just says thank you, so very much appreciated. And then I got 3 pins from them. Oh, this pin is of a little window from a chapel. Really cool. It's just a little filler pin. Then I also got this bouquet of flowers and skulls. It's super cute. Love that one. And I like how it has their branding on the back. I think most pin makers should do that, because otherwise I forget where I get it from. And then this one is super cool. They had I think another one of like a boy in body horror. He's stitching himself back up. I thought it was cute. And I do like the card. So that's what I got from the Angelic Coffin. Really happy. They have a nice collection of like Bible themed stuff if you're into the religious imagery. Really cool, like biblically accurate angels and stuff like that. So would recommend them if you're into that. The next thing that I have to review is this package by, I'm hoping there's a card in here. If not, I'll put the information on the screen or in the description. So this is another Kickstarter that I was honestly not expecting to get until November, so I'm really happy that it came early. It actually came a couple weeks ago, and I've been kind of waiting until I received something from something else, so I wasn't just reviewing one Ita bag again. But it did come with this cover, which is nice. And here is the Ita bag. It does have a business card. So here's the business card, GlitterBones Boutique. And then it says, "We love you. Use coupon code COCO for 10% for 10% off your next order. So if y'all would like to use that, feel free. Okay guys, I do apologize. I have to re-record this because my sound recorder was not actually recording, and I am not going to have the quality of this DSLR, old DSLR, in this video. So I've already kind of looked through this and given my thoughts on it, and so I'll just go through it. So here is the Ita bag that I received from this Kickstarter, but it is this rectangular Ita bag with these cute ribbons on the sides, very Gothic Lolita-esque, and there were various colors. Also rectangular, so it's a decent thickness and size. Here's how my hand looks on top of it. So it's like a medium-sized Ita bag. On the front, you'll notice they have their logo, which is a sugar skull. I thought that was neat, although it's really not my style, especially since it's pink, so I'm probably going to replace that with something else. So obviously on the front is the Ita pocket. This is one thing that I do have an issue with because, and I did notice this in the video they posted during the Kickstarter, it's just a very tight fit, and I'm not sure why they kept this design choice because it seems very inefficient, and this is going to wear down so fast having to pull it out by force. If you're someone who loves to interchange your pins from your bags often, having to pull this out back and forth seems like it's going to get really annoying because you're essentially forcing it in and out every time. The sides are definitely going to get worn. Maybe the pins might get damaged because they're constantly hitting the zipper on their way in and out. But yeah, there's that. It's very thin, obviously, to fit in the pocket. That's quite snug. It's made out of definitely foam piece underneath all this. It's sewn very nicely, very solid stitching, but it is that kind of umbrella material, I guess is what I would call it. Polyester, definitely. This is the issue that I am not looking forward to. I'm not even excited to put my pins in this because I have to do this every time. Just, I don't get it why it was something that they kept in the design. All they had to do was lengthen the pocket, or at least the zipper opening. That way it wasn't so snug. I don't know. Moving on, the pocket on the top is very easy to open. It is rectangular, so the inside is very spacious. It does have their branding on the inside via this little label that says GlitterBones Boutique. Cute. And then the inside pocket. So it has two pockets on the inside. One has a zipper, and it's quite spacious. You can see I fit most of my hand in there, so that's a nice pocket to put essentials like medication, tissues, a pen, electronics, things like that. The other pocket is not zippered, but it's also quite spacious. So most Ita bags I've noticed, this one also, this pocket goes about halfway down the bag, so it stops about right here, whereas the other one continues further down, so like maybe here I think is where I feel the pocket end, whereas the other one is more like halfway. But it's still really spacious, and I love that it actually opens up. A lot of Ita bags that I've purchased and also just made in general tend to have this combination of a zipper pocket and like a standard opened pocket. But for some odd reason, at least the ones I've purchased from Kickstarter, these unzippered pockets are always sewn so tightly to the bag that you really can't fit anything in there other than like flat things. Coupons, receipts, cards. To me, that's not useful because I already have a card holder. So it's always been frustrating that they just keep making them like this. The pocket is just not useful to me like that. So the fact that this one is nice and spacious and opens up wide is really nice. However, one major thing that I do not like about this bag is the fact that these ribbons that you see on the outside are not covered on the inside. To me, that's an issue because the stuff that I carry could get caught on them and possibly damage them. I'm not sure why they didn't cover that up. Maybe they foresaw that people might want to interchange these. And it would be kind of hard if they used an extra piece of fabric to cover it up on the inside, which I get, but I personally wouldn't do that because these come in various colors. So if I wanted a specific color, I would have just done that. But that's what I think the reason they didn't cover them up. I just don't like it because I do think stuff would get caught on them. It makes me uncomfortable that they're exposed like that on the inside. But other than that, I do love the strap came half folded, and when I undid it and kind of extended it, it's very lengthy. It went down under my waist. Like, that's how long the strap is. It's also very nice and silky feeling, so I really like the strap. It is sewn in, so those of you wanting to exchange it for anything else, you cannot do that. This is more or less what you're stuck with. Here it is on the other side. So yeah, just be aware that that is what this bag entails if you decide to get it. Other than what I've mentioned, other than the issues that I've mentioned, I actually do really like this bag, and I'm excited to try it on and wear it and use it as a standard bag. I was really looking for something that was mid-size like this. The quote-unquote purse that I backed and reviewed not too long ago really can only fit like a lip gloss or a lip balm, and my card holder barely. Anything else like my phone, I either have to stuff in there and am unable to zip it up, or like my keys, I just kind of hook them to the clip on the outside. This will hold all of that and then some, so I'm really happy to have this and start using it. Because sometimes you do need something mid-size like this. I really wish that coffin bag would have been that, but the shape was just way too awkward and it really didn't hold much because of it. So really happy to have this. And that's pretty much it for this video. Okay, I lied. So right as I was finishing editing this video, something arrived in the mail that I'm really excited to receive. So I'm going to go ahead and include it in this video. So this is another Kickstarter. And I'm hoping there's a card in here because I honestly don't remember what the name is. But, oh thank goodness, they have a card. And as you can tell, my nail polish is gone from my thumb, so it's been a couple days. So, the Kickstarter was for enamel pins, obviously. A Hollow Hymn, I believe, is the artist. They do have a Patreon that you can follow. And this was for a vampire-themed pin collection. I believe it was called House of Dracula. But here's one of the pins that I purchased. These were not cheap. They were quite pricey. But they looked so cool. There's something written in here. So inside, it's really hard to see, but it says, "You have opened a curse." Right there. So that's pretty cool. Here's the pin. In person, I think on camera it looks a little odd, but in person it's very interesting. It's got multiple layers. I believe this is the epoxy style of pin. It has enamel, but also epoxy. I don't think I've gotten a pin like that before recently. Or if I have, I don't remember. But that's really cool, and I love that it's the kind that... But that's really cool, and I love how it's the kind that opens and closes. I have not gotten a pin like this before, outside of one that my friend gave me. I do wish it closed all the way. I wonder if that's intentional, where it's kind of... You can... Like, it's cracked. Like, you can tell there's something in it. Oh, no, wait, never mind. That's supposed to be like the side of the coffin. Oh, that's such a cool illusion. That's really cool. So let me take this off the card so that I can read the back, and then I can show you all the last pin that I got from this. So I only got 2 pins, but I was very excited for them because the designs looked really cool. And like I said, these were not cheap because they were considered premium pins. Let's see the back of the pin. The back does have their branding on it. It's very hard to see. Funfettigetti is what it says, I think. Here's a card again. Ooh, that's such cool artwork. Really neat. And then the last pin, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. So this is supposed to be a cathedral door. Obviously very vampiric. And it also flips open. Oh gosh, or does it? No, I don't think this one does. I think it's just too layered. So let me pull this off. That's probably why this was considered premium. It more or less requires 2 pins to be made. As you can see, it's got 2 layers of metal. It's quite heavy. More than likely for the intricate epoxy imagery on the inside. You can see the vampire's castle in the distance. That is so cool. Amazing. And yeah, overall, this is an amazing pin. It's huge too. I'm usually not a fan of pins this big just because I feel they kind of to me defeat the purpose of a pin, which is to be able to wear it on a lanyard or your backpack, and something like this just takes up so much room and is huge. Wow, even the back of the pins are gorgeous. That's crazy. This definitely is what I would call a premium pin. But yeah, normally I'm not a fan of these, but I think they made great use of the size. There's so many details in it. It really is a piece of artwork. Alright everyone, so that is the full collection of small things I purchased, mainly pens. I think it's really funny how the themes kind of all match in the end. I mean, the Ita bag is its own thing, but pin-wise, I got a lot of kind of stuff related to religion. Because, you know, vampires, demons, and all that stuff. Angels. And, you know, just references. Things like that. So I'm very happy with everything that I received. I'm really going to try and slow down on how much I purchased because it's really a lot at this point. Enamel pins are just so easy to collect. And because they're easy to store, they really don't take up much room. Making pin boards for them is quite easy. And it's like having a bunch of art prints, except they're made out of really cool materials. You can see the creativity that a lot of artists put into trying to manufacture their vision in this type of material. And yeah, it's really just fun seeing all the creativity that people have with these. So definitely look at the description in my video for any links to these products, assuming they're still available. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope the video was okay because I am using, once again, my old DSLR. The reason I switched to the G7X, which at the time I was only using for vlogging, was because my mother actually tipped my tripod over and broke the lens, so I could not really use it. DSLR lenses are quite pricey and I just was never willing to really purchase any, so I just never used this camera again. But recently I searched up which part I needed to fix the lens and I got it pretty cheap and I was able to fix it. So the DSLR lives. I just know that the video quality on this is not the highest compared to the G7X. I think the frame rate is only 30 frames per second. But it was nice returning to this camera after so many years. So I hope you guys enjoyed once again. Thank you so much for watching and I will see y'all in my next video.